So coming back here, we are now on a new day. It is now June 20th for Thursday, and Albert delivered to the corner bookstore. So this is their invoice here, and we also received a check again, because once again, for the corner bookstore, the terms was 50% COD, net 5. So in this case, here we are. Let's journalize this transaction.
So you would use checking and accounts receivable, sells for regular copy and sells for screen, and sells for ceramic coffee mugs.
Good. So we do have a similar transaction up here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this, because the great thing about Excel is you're also able to make changes within those cells once you copy them and bring them down here. Okay. So, we're on the 20th. Excuse me. 20th. So in this case, did we receive a check for how much?
$63.88.
How much do they owe me?
$63.87.
Okay, how much was the regular coffee?
$32.90.
Oops, $32.90. And how much was the Supreme coffee?
$24.95.
Yeah.
$39.90.
Okay, and then ceramic coffee was $24.95, and delivery charge was $30. So let's double confirm. So I have a total for $127.75 on the left, $127.75 on the right. Okay. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and make changes to this exact thing here, because we're going to change all of it. So in this case, this is the corner bookstore. This is invoice number 102. 50% COD, check number 784. Okay. So that's the easy thing and feasible thing about Excel, or just using programs and applications in general, is that you can edit and modify anything at given time, and you can use the feature to copy and paste to save you some time. So that's what I did. I used the copy and paste feature, save me some time here, and I just edit the information accordingly. Okay. So I need to go to my ledger to record this sale, right? So checking. Ooh, excuse me. Check number 784 from Corner Bookstore. Oh, excuse me. Corner We received a check for $63.88. So what's my account balance now?
1,420.84.
Good. Accounts receivable. Invoice number 102 for $63.87. So what's my grand total in my accounts receivable account?
173.39.
173.39. Good. Let's see what's next. Now we got to go to our sales. How many pounds of regular coffee did we sell?
10.
We sold 10. At a total of $32.90. Bring in my grand total in my cost of goods sold for regular coffee to be
82.25.
82.25. How many pounds of Supreme coffee did we sell?
10.
10 pounds. For a total of $39.90. So that makes my account balance
79.80.
$79.80. Okay, good. We gotta do sales ceramic coffee mugs. 20. How many mugs did we sell?
5.
We sold 5. For a total of $24.95. Bringing my account balance to be
166.69. Oh,
one. Okay, 166. You subtracted?
no, I forgot to do the June 19th or the last June 19th 10 mugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 236 at the max.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Last but not least, we got delivery income. Where's the way to find delivery income? Here it is. Right, we sold to invoice number 102. General Journal 8 for an additional $30. So what's my account balance? Yeah, $60. Good. Okay. we sold to the corner bookstore, right? So we got to update my subsidiary ledger for my corner bookstore, for the corner bookstore, because they owe me money. Okay. So what kind of notes can I put for corner bookstore?
Would you would just put 50% COD?
Right, but you would also put the check number so you have proof that they paid. Okay, invoice number 102, post reference, 8 terms, 50% COD, net 5. So in this case, when is the actual due date going to be for the remaining of the invoice?
June 25th.
June 25th, okay? And then, of course, let's go ahead and see what the sales price was. $127.75. We received partial payment for $63.88. So once again, this formula is going to be your sales minus any advance payments, minus any sales returns and allowances, minus any discounts, minus any payments, to get you a total amount that they owe you to be $63.87, which that is stated on the invoice. Okay. What else do we need to do?
We gotta record our inventory.
Yes, but we're not done with this actual transaction just yet. There's 2 more things that we need to do.
Will you update the commissions expense?
We need to update and pay Albert, or at least calculate his earnings, right? Because he delivered stuff, so therefore he completed his sale. So in this case, what is going to be 10% of invoice number 102?
1276.
Duh.
Is it
Okay.
1278?
Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't do this correctly. This formula didn't copyright. So it's supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be 1270, but let me. Comma. Oh, wait, that's why. Okay, I know what I did. I didn't do absolute cell referencing. There you go, comma 2. There you go, 1278. So in this case, how much do we owe Albert? Well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to calculate as if this is a running balance. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and add the 2191 to the 1278 to get me a grand total that I owe Albert to be $34.69. Okay. All right. Last thing we gotta do is we gotta put the check into our receipts so that when we reach the end of the day, we're going to deposit the check with the cash. Okay. Now we could go ahead and update our inventory. Okay. So here we need to update our inventory. We sold 10 pounds. Go ahead.
For the deposits,
Uh-huh.
did we put the right amount? 93.88 or 63?
93.88. Was it not 93.88?
Isn't it 63.88?
You're right, huh? 63.88. 63.88. Thank you. Okay, 63.88. Okay. So now we sold 10 pounds of the regular coffee and 10 pounds of the Supreme coffee. Okay, so we need to update our inventory there. Okay, so let's go to our inventory worksheet to figure those numbers out. Okay, so here we are. Regular coffee. Sold 10 pounds at a cost per item. So what is going to be my total amount that I am going to be calculating for the cost of goods sold? How much is the cost of goods sold?
Can you guess that number? So 10609.
Oh, but my question was, what's the total cost of goods sold? Because in this case, I have a feeling that Excel is going to calculate it for me.
1609.
Yep, there you go, 1609. So in this case, 1609 is what I need to subtract out. So in this case, I have 193.5 pounds minus 10 pounds. It's going to give me 183.5. Okay. In this case, 311.42 minus 1609. It's going to give me 295.33. Okay. So again, my cost per item dropped again by 2/20,000th of a penny. Okay. Now we gotta go to Supreme Coffee. Sold 10 pounds. Which batch am I gonna be taking out from?
First one, the 67.5.
Yep. Which is gonna calculate me a total of $18. Okay. So we're gonna update my inventory because I have 67.5. So 67.5 minus 10 gives me 57.5, which will reduce my total amount down to 103. Okay. So I have a total of 182.5 pounds at a total of $332. So here my cost of goods sold is going to be 18 for Supreme. And my cost of goods sold for my regular is 1609. Okay. So I'm going to update my journal. So I got to update my cost of goods sold now, right? Go to your ledger.
Gotta change our note, don't we? It's for the corner cafe?
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Sold to the corner bookstore. Invoice number 102. So here we are, cost of goods sold for the regular coffee. Right, we sold 10 pounds. So what is my total ending balance in my cost of goods sold?
106.92.
Good. We sold 10 pounds for another $18. So therefore, what is my total cost of goods sold here?
121.50.
121.50. Okay. Let's update the actual inventory. Go regular coffee. Sold 10 pounds. So what's my total ending balance?
295.33.
Sorry about that, guys. What was that?
95.33.
295.33, which we know for sure matches our total balance in our inventory worksheet. Okay. Last one is going to be the cost of goods sold. The Supreme coffee that we need to update for right after we sold it, right? We sold 10 pounds. for a total of $18. So therefore, I should have a remaining balance of
232.
$332. Good. Okay, which I know for sure matches my inventory worksheet. Okay. Good. All right. All right, let's go ahead and do this right here. Received from All Things Ceramics, invoice number 159. Okay, we received 80 coffee mugs at $2.46 each, giving you a grand total of $196.80. Okay, delivery charge of $100. Terms is 1%, 10 net 30. I received some ceramic coffee mugs. What do I do here?
So you would use accounts payable and ceramic. I gotta look for it. Yeah, ceramic coffee mugs.
Hmm.
Or
What kind of
oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh no, go ahead.
What kind of inventory tracking method am I using for the ceramic coffee mugs?
Periodic.
Periodic. So how do I recognize periodic inventory?
A purchase expense. And deliver. Freight expense and accounts payable.
Good, right? We recognize them as expenses. Okay, so in this case, purchase expense and freight expense, and the how we paid, we didn't make a payment, so in this case, it's going to be accounts payable. So purchase expense,
I
freight
have a question.
expense. Uh-huh.
Is this go back to the same one that we did on June 8th, the prepaid accounts for all things ceramic? Or that's a
Um, in this case, let's take a look. Let's take a look at our purchase orders.
It's just the invoice of 159 confused me with the check of 1509, so that might be something different.
Um, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our um, purchase orders. Okay, so in this case, 1509 is what we wrote out, right? Not the invoice number.
Yeah,
Now, that's what we wrote out for the invoice. But in this case, when we receive an invoice, right, this is what the company gives us a number for. It's not like we designate a number. Okay? So in this case, this invoice is going to come from the company itself saying, well, this is your information that you have. So in this case, right, have we received coffee mugs prior to this? We should if we're selling them, right?
yeah.
So in this case, this isn't referring from the very first batch of inventory we bought. In this case, let's take a look. Do we have any purchase orders that are being pending right now?
With the June 18.
For the June 18, right, for the quoted amount of $196.80, which matches this one, right? Because we do have a quote of $196.80. So in this case, this is the second batch of inventory that we're purchasing. So in this case, since we're already here, invoice number 159. So again, yeah, so because we wrote check number 1509, that's our means of making a note that we use this check number, but this number of 159 comes from the company itself. They're billing us, so they create the numbers for us. Okay. So in this case, right, we reached the end of our journal number 8 here. So what's our account for purchase expense?
$61,000.
61,000. What about my freight expense?
6,300.
And accounts payable should be 20,000. Okay. So in this case, it was for $196.80 plus $100 of freight. Gives me a grand total bill to be $296.80. Okay. We have all the information we need to make our description. So in this case, we received from All Things Ceramic. Okay. Invoice number 159. And do we have terms?
1%, 10 net 30.
1%, 10, net 30. Okay, so let's finish this up. So ledger first. Okay. We got another purchase expense. Payroll expense, purchase expense. Here we go. It's June 20th now. We received a ceramic coffee mugs. But this time it was I think it was $2.46, was it? Yep, $2.46 each. General Journal 8 for a total of $196.80. So therefore, what is my total account balance in my purchase expense account?
$392.80.
$392.80. We gotta go update my freight expense account. Here we are. Shipment of 80 mugs for $100. So therefore, what's my account balance in my freight expense account?
200.
200. Okay. Last but not least, we need to go ahead and update my liabilities because I chose to pay later. Okay. here we go. Accounts payable. Invoice number 159. For $296.80, which then brings my total account balance to be
12,889.45.
good, right? 12,008.8945. Good. So we need to update our vendors because we owe them money, right? Here we go. All things ceramics. This is a new batch of inventory, right? So you can say received 80 coffee mugs, no down payment. Okay. 159. What was the terms that they gave us?
1%, 10 net 30.
1%, 10 net 30. 1%, 10 net 30. Okay, so therefore, what is my discount due date? If I paid within 10 days, right? I get to receive 1% discount. What is that actual date?
June 30th.
June 30th, and then when is the actual bill completely due?
July 20.
It's due July 20th. Right? So then, how much was the total bill for? Okay. Which, right, we didn't make anything to this, so therefore we owe $296.80, which brings my total account balance that I owe all things ceramics to be $492.80. Okay. Okay. All right. Last but not least, right? We purchased inventory. So what do we need to do with that inventory?
Add it in, but later, or
We can add it in now because in this case, right, it dealt with a purchase. We definitely can add it now. Right? We bought 80 mugs at $2.46 each, which gave us a total of $196.80 plus $100 gave me a total of $296.80. And for practice purposes only, what is my cost per item?
$371.
$3.71. But again, this is for practice purposes only because at the end of the day, we're going to tally up our totals because this is weighted average. We don't even calculate our average cost per item until the very end. Okay? All right, any questions here? We're going to stop here in the scenarios. Any questions? Okay. All right. So, no questions. Then you guys